Hello there, my name is Rachel. Like to talk about animation. Today we're talk about the new anime series from Netflix called The Blue Samurai. Now, automatically, I do recommend this because it's that good. But be sure this is a very mature animated series that have violence, gore, cussing, sexual innuendo, sexual situation. They show nudity, the whole shebang. But it's all sort of that realistic feeling and sort of back in the day in Japan, back when the Europeans started landing in Japan, they're not sure to trust the Europeans or not, that the samurais are trying to figure out what their positions are, that sort of time period. But you focus on a character called, oh well, not character, because this main character doesn't really have a name or give you a name at the very beginning. It sort of fall into the Western, sort of the man with no name. They just maybe call her the Blue Samurai, that she is sort of fall into the trope. I take vengeance over my own mother. The situation they give me to it will be my vengeance, and that's basically the whole plot story. That she's sort of a hybrid of a European and a Japanese woman, but because she's sort of a hybrid, society doesn't like her because she's so different, especially her blue eyes, and she's trying to basically survive, but she decided to take vengeance on her own father and basically abandoning her in what did to her mother. And she sort of figured out, okay, where is he? She trying to find where she is. But I love it is sort of a little bit more deeper than that because a good western is all about questioning the society and questioning the main lead. It was a good idea to have vengeance, especially you have sort of flashbacks of the Blue Samurai who she or he used to be. Because the very beginning, she was a child, she was sort of kind of cover herself to be a guy. The fact she was a woman all this time, but it's the reason why she does this. She want to be closer to the person who abandoned her, to find that person and also take her more serious as sort of a guy than a woman. But it also kind of get more deeper in her psychology of maybe she doesn't feel pretty enough or woman enough, or she doesn't know who she really is, at least as a person. Because once again, every time she meets someone, they keep saying, "Oh, you don't look like man enough," or "woman enough," or anything like that. It's sort of way of people telling you like, "Oh, you don't look like us," in other words. And that sort of kind of twist her mind a little bit. I mean, she's not psychologically. It's almost questioning who she is, at least how she looks. But she has a reason why, and that's sort of the interesting part. That she trying to take this serious, trying to do what she can, trying to be this sort of badass samurai that she really is. She can slice, dice everything. On top of this, she learned everything about herself, especially her adoptive father, who is sort of a sword maker, who is blind and didn't care who she was or she was. That even he lied to his father, that didn't tell her she's a woman, she didn't tell her she's a hybrid. She just want revenge of what they did to her and try and understand where to go. But you also have a lot of story about other side characters of their position of power and the reason why they're there. But on top of this, you also get more information of the four Europeans, what happened to them, and why they locked to the Serb island for a little while because they made a deal of the grand, you say president of Japan, but it's not the president, you get the idea. The completely different name, but he sort of made a deal of the daimyo, I think, that he could sell all his stuff, but he had to stuck in the island, and that sort of pisses him off. But the main villain, he's sort of very violent, very gory, but very talented. It's one of those like keep a tiger in his cage, but don't get close to him. And that's the best describe the main villain. Like he's in a cage for now, but he's planning a way to escape and basically take over Japan. But yet it's just so much good kind of swordplay that it just so grabs your attention. Even the first episode does grab your attention, but I remember I told you at the very beginning, it feels something like the last Avatar that Tarantino directed, but it feels they bring the comedy sort of like the last Avatar-ish, that sort of kind of goofy, friendly, but they never mix with the serious tone with the comedy tone because they know how to kind of divide it in half. Like, this is serious, we have to take it serious, the blood, the gore, the nudity, the violence. After it's done, we have chill, we bring our comedy. Specifically, it's a character called Ringo who's the assistant of a cook that he has no hand, but he's very useful. This character, he's basically the comic relief, that he is sort of something from the last Avatar. And that's why I keep referencing this specific character, because he have this sort of goofiness over a top, trying to break all the tension that he does very well. But the only problem is it feels sort of odd. Like, I feel as he doesn't belong this sort of show in a way. Like, feel someone bring this character to a different show, and that's sort of how unusual this character really is. But it works because the Blue Samurai needs someone to talk to, especially Ringo trying to sort of not convince her to not take vengeance, more like have fun, chill, relax, have your life in order before you make this sort of crazy quest of killing your father. But it's just sort of fun, interesting, over a top, and well directed. It's something like, once again, I have to mention Tarantino's sort of kind of directing style. That's I just grab your attention, especially the animation. God, the animation is great. They have that sort of kind of CGI but 2D sort of graphic novel look that I feel I was watching sort of someone reading a graphic novel, but more like a RPG, because you have moments that I feel I'm watching cutscenes for a good RPG samurai, and it just sort of grab your attention. Not just grab you, it sort of help you get immersed in this show. It's just that good. Especially the other side characters. Like, other characters have plans, they have to deal with the Blue Samurai, but everybody have this sort of kind of Western kind of ideals. Like, you have to be careful what you do. Like, there are moments like you have characters starving to death, ask for money, and the Blue Samurai doesn't give a no what's the word? Doesn't give, doesn't care enough to give her money, but they want to do. But you can't grab, you can't have people's attention to her, so she just walks away. That sort of cruelty of the West in Japan, in other words. But once again, later on, she tries to pay him back or tries to help him in their own unique way, but it's sort of little too late type of situation. And that's just sort of interesting. That's sort of, you don't want to help people, but at the same time you have to help yourself to survive. That sort of time period, like, you can't really sure what is the right thing or wrong thing to do. And this show is also very gory, very bloody, over the top. It's just phenomenal. Like, each single episode have a good gore fest, a good cut fest, and the action scenes. Damn, the action scenes are just well choreographed. It feels something that's just super realistic, but they have a moment just to overdo it, just to make it more flashy, but not like anime flashy, but just enough to feel could it be possible, but you have to let go a little bit realistic moments. But all of that is still a very good anime series. Of course, being warned, each episode is like almost an hour long. It's a long show, but it's a really worth watching. It's just that good, that over top, that funness, but also kind of serious if it's worth taking vengeance, especially in the Blue Samurai that really give you no name. I said beginning, it feels like a Western that it doesn't give you the main character's name or the main villain's name. It's one of those like they give you just title names to get what they're supposed to be. It's almost like metaphors of each character, kind of showing what they are, but wondering, doing the right thing or not. But all of that, I highly recommend it. It's a really great thing, especially in Netflix animation. Some reason, for a little while, it happened banger after banger after banger. It's like, when you gonna fail, because they have a streak right now. So I'm happy we have this streak of animation being really good. But that, how you feel about the Blue Samurai? Do you like it? You feel nostalgic? You like this sort of Western samurai feeling, tell me down below, let me know. I got nothing else to say, just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.